Okay, the next item up or the next group up is SaliBiotics. Problem statement in general, dental hygiene is a daily routine for all of us, but dental caries is actually a problem that can completely ruin your teeth. Up next is Sue, who will tell you about a solution to this problem.
Hi, thank you, Hassan. So let me introduce you to SaliBiotics, a company that focuses on developing oral probiotics to improve dental health. So I'm quite sure that all of you in the audience, although I cannot see you, brush your teeth, floss your teeth every single day because you listen to your dentist. You know that if you don't brush your teeth or floss your teeth daily, you're going to get cavities that are shown here as black spots either in your primary teeth or in your permanent teeth. And for those of us who have worn braces before, you can also get caries, except that they show up as white spot lesions here, and these spots are irreversible. And having a braces actually increases the risk of you getting cavities by almost 70%. So it's been known for almost a century now that caries are one of the main factors in causing caries is actually bacteria. So the you may be surprised to know one statistic in that dental caries represents the world's number one chronic disease, affecting 1/3 of the world's population, and that translates into about 2.5 billion adults having untreated caries. And in Canada alone, about $3 billion are spent treating cavities. So, as a practicing clinician specializing in orthodontics, that is, I put braces on mostly kids and now adults, I'm deeply troubled by the negative impact of caries and the fact that when I put braces on my patients, I actually increase the risk of them getting cavities. And the other thing that really concerns me is the fact that the incidence of caries is actually very extremely high in the economically disadvantaged children and the indigenous population of the world. For example, in Canada, the Inuit population. So I want to do something about it. I'm a professor at the Faculty of Dentistry, University of Toronto. I've been here for about 15 years. And prior to that, I was a professor of dentistry as well in the States at the University of Michigan for about 10 years. So I started a collaboration with my colleague here at U of T, who is an oral microbiologist, a world-class oral microbiologist. And we went on a hunting mission. So you know that you may not know that the oral cavity contains about 700 different bacterial species, some of which are bad. You know, the bad ones cause dental caries, but there are good ones as well. The so-called friendly bacteria, that's the definition of a probiotic. So these are natural products. So after a few years of working, we identified one candidate that we call Prosali, and experiments in our labs show that Prosali has a very powerful anti-inhibitory activity against bacteria that cause cavities. So this chart shows you that there's a 99% efficacy anti-caries, anti-bacteria that cause caries, and more very important, this killing activity happens within 2 hours of contact with the bacteria that cause cavities. And we compared this in this chart. You show our main competitor. That's another probiotic on the market. It's called M18, produced by Bliss Technology. This killing efficiency is not as low; it's under 40%, and this killing activity only occurs after about 24 hours of contact with carcinogenic bacteria. So now we have this nice, amazing probiotic, and it really offers a platform technology that we can incorporate into multiple forms. For instance, in yogurt, the as you may be familiar with the yogurt, with the probiotics in yogurt that you consume to improve gut health. But let me present to you a different strategy, a novel strategy that we hope, with your help, we'll be able to use to launch this product into the market to combat the global tooth decay problem. So, so we have this probiotic. We would like to put we are in the process of developing putting this probiotic into a hydrogel system. And then this hydrogel probiotic is then placed on a dental appliance, which I'll talk about what these appliances are. These appliances are personalized, so it allows direct contact with the tooth surfaces, therefore allowing the maximal efficacy in terms of the anti-caries efficiency. And this is what's going to differentiate us from all other products currently on the market. And the fact that you have a probiotic, a novel probiotic with very high anti-caries efficacy, and it is going to be put in a hydrogel. It is put in a hydrogel that will then be delivered onto a dental appliance. We are in the process of submitting this patent, and we will expect it to be done by the end of January 2022. So where can we put this probiotic hydrogel? We would like to put it on clear aligners. For those of you who have had Invisalign or the aligners, you may be very familiar with aligners to straighten your teeth. For those of you who play sports, you're going to be wearing mouth guards. And for individuals who have chewing problems, bruxing or night chewing problems, you wear a night guard. And if you look at the clear aligners, for those of you, I'm sure some of you in the audience will be are wearing clear aligners. The market is exploding globally. So in 2021, the market for clear aligner is US $3 billion and is growing at a compound annual growth rate of greater than 25%, as many companies jump onto the bandwagon. And if you look at the market for mouth guard and night guard, they don't look too bad either. Night guard is a smaller market because it is a niche market. So what can we do with these appliances loaded on with the gel, probiotic gel? So if you want a liner or a mouth guard or a night guard, you go see a dentist, as shown here. And the dentist will either scan, because now there are 3D scanners to scan you all the intraorally, or if you don't have a scanner, you take a mold of your teeth. And then within days or a week or so, you get your aligner. And then you wear them. And hopefully the wearing of these aligners does not result in you getting more cavities. But it usually does, because it requires extra toothbrushing effort, oral hygiene efforts. So this is where we come in. The introduction of ProSali hydrogel onto these dental appliances, whether aligners, mouth guards, or night guards. And this actually, when you think about it, does not really disrupt the workflow in a dental office. And a patient just has to squeeze the gel onto these dental appliances daily, at least once a day. And in doing so, this will substantially decrease the risk of you getting cavities when you're wearing all these removable appliances. So we hope that this might represent the standard of care in the future. So looking at it, right, the number of dentists globally is about 2.5 million. And in North America, the number of dental practices is about 200. And these, on the average, each dental office treats about 1,500 patients a year. So just an estimation of just about a quarter of the Canadian dental practices adopting this, buying this, the probiotic hydrogel that we hope to sell at $35 a tube will yield a serviceable, obtainable market of about $380 million. And our strategy would be to partner with dental companies that sell aligners, that sell mouth guards and night guards. So currently, the biggest aligner company is Align Technology that sells Invisalign. You might be familiar with Invisalign. Align Technology currently occupies 80 to 85% of the market all over the world. And but many other competitors are jumping in, like Dentsply Sirona and Henry Schein, and also the direct to consumer aligner companies are also coming into the market, such as Smile Direct, that you may be familiar when you go to the mall and say, you might get approached. Do you want an aligner? We'll do it for you here. So let's look at our competitors. So I'm comparing ProSali, with M18 that I mentioned previously as a similar probiotic. No, it's a probiotic. It's not similar. It's a probiotic sold by Bliss Technology in the form of just lozenges. And I'm also comparing our product with the fluoride used in toothpaste, in gels, in varnishes, in mouth rinses. So if you look at in terms of the environmentally friendliness of Prosali, you know that it's a probiotic. M18 is also a probiotic. So it is environmentally friendly because they are natural products. But when you look at fluoride, there are fluoride at higher doses is a toxin. It's toxic. There's a problem with its waste disposal, and there are many groups throughout the world that are really against using fluoride in any form. They prefer going for natural products, of course, which the probiotics are. And many parents of younger kids are looking for alternatives. And then when I talk about residency time, I'm actually referring to the time that the probiotic has to be in contact with the against against the carcinogenic bacteria in order to have an effect. And we have shown in the data in the slide previously that Prosali takes a much shorter time to have an effect, 2 hours compared to M18. And of course, I also showed before that Prosali is much more effective at killing bacteria. And when you think about lozenges, M18 is only found in the form of lozenges. Bliss technology has been around for the past 20 years or so, and it's only manufactured in the form of lozenges, whereas ours is a gel that you can just put on these dental appliances. And of course, toothbrushing, right? Fluoridated toothpaste is something that is tough for many people, for the very young, for the very old, and for the physically disabled. So we have also gained traction. So much of the work that I've shown on this probiotic has been funded by federal agencies, NSERC and CICHR. And NSERC has also funded our market assessment. And Invisalign, as I mentioned before, is the world's biggest company manufacturing aligners, Invisalign aligners. We actually got funding from Invisalign, a research award to start our initial probiotic hydrogel product. And based on the market, based on the market assessment, we're able to make contact with several key opinion leaders. One of which was a Canadian-based direct-to-consumer clear aligner company called NewSmile. The CEO of the company stated that this is a wonderful technology. It's a game changer. We would love to partner with you. And in addition, we also contacted several dental professionals. So I have extensive network among the dental professionals, both in private practice in the States, because I have a license to practice orthodontics in the States. And I'm also, because of my academic affiliation, I have an extensive network of both dental professionals in both dental academia and in the private practices and in professional organization. I've also been able to connect with dental professionals in the public health and interior space, Alberta Health Services, and in the indigenous oral health. And the statements that they make were overwhelmingly positive, right? Innovative, interesting, scientifically groundbreaking, excellent contribution to the tooth decay problem, game changer, and okay, for those who refuse, much better tolerated by those who refuse fluoride modalities. So there's a lot of potential. We have also connected with major probiotic companies in the world, such as Nutraceutical, based in Utah, and also Probi, which manufacture probiotics, and Lanaman, a Canadian-based company, a Better Health Store, which is a company, a chain of online stores in the Midwest that sells natural products, including probiotics. So what would we like from you, right? We're asking for $1 million and primarily to do two components, two parts, one of which is the development of the hydrogel and preclinical testing in vitro and in the modern rodent mouse model, of which I have expertise in because I worked with mice before, and we're in the process of getting that going. And we expect to file a patent, as I mentioned before, hopefully by the end of January 2022. And we are also starting the paperwork for the regulatory application for this product. We hope to have a large-scale hydrogel production, and we are going to identify with manufacturing companies that can help us with that. And we are also continuing our conversations with dental companies that make clear aligners, mouth guards, and night guards. And we are also, once the hydrogel probiotic product is developed in the lab, once it's ready to go, we will do in the next 6 months or 8 months, we start conducting clinical trials, multi-center in Toronto, UBC, and McGill. And I also have expertise in conducting clinical trials. And the Faculty of Dentistry here yearly treats about 7,000 patients or so. So this is a rich resource for clinical trials. And also there's a scale up of Prosali hydrogel, and we expect to release the Prosali hydrogel in the next 1 year. And the second phase of our efforts will be dedicated towards developing our product in the form of lozenges, gums, and tablets. And that will be by partnering with probiotic companies such as the ones I mentioned before, Probi, with whom I've already started a conversation with, Probi Nutraceutical. So this is our team. I'm a clinician. I'm also a scientist. Now I'm the founder and CEO, and I'm building up my business acumen, which I've been working very hard by being fully engaged at the Health Innovation Hub, the incubator, as well as UTest. And I'm supported at the scientific level, in addition to my own scientific expertise, by the oral microbiologist, Dr. Celine Levesque, and Dr. Priya Chaudhary, who's a biomaterial scientist. And then Dennis Park is on our team as well. He has experience in business development, previously worked at Morgan Stanley, and was involved in a VC-backed startup company. So this is the executive summary of what our product is. It's a probiotic. It kills bacteria. We would like to partner with companies that make aligners, mouth guards, and night guards. And our differentiator is that this is the only one that's currently available hydrogel probiotic system, and that fits into an existing workflow in the dental office. And we're asking for $1 million, half of which will be for preclinical testing, and the other half will be for the hydrogel probiotic manufacturing. And our team comprises clinicians, dentists, scientists, with all our unique skills and experience. And of course, we are university backed. In the slide before, I forgot to mention that we are working extremely closely with Innovations and Partnerships Office at the University of Toronto, who have helped us extensively on all matters related to our company. So if you have any question, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I'll stay back at the session in case you think of some questions later on.
Thank you, Sue. We have about 3 minutes left, so I'll try and pose these questions quickly. Do you have a plan to have a product that for the general patient who is not wearing a mouthguard liner, is there a way to implement this in a toothpaste?
Yes, it can be. That will be the second phase. So we are actually thinking that we would really focus on this, on the dental appliances first, right? Get this out in the market, show that it works, and then once we've generated income, we'll start going into different forms of using this.
Okay. How often do you have to apply the probiotic gels?
Oh, we expect this. With studies that shows that the probiotic bacteria stays alive and is highly active in 24 hours, within 24 hours. So it would be best to apply at least once a day.
Okay. The next one's a bit of a tough question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. If someone were to invest $1 million in your business, what would you give in exchange? Would it be equity? Would you put it in a convertible note that converts at a later time? Have you given any thought to how you would take investments?
Okay, I haven't seriously given a lot of thought on this, but I'm thinking maybe equity would be something that we could talk about. But this is something that I would have to turn to H2R, UTest, or you guys to help me, to guide me in this process.
Excellent response. Thank you
Yeah.
very much to you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the next presentation.
Okay.